We have a very special interview here in the myFM studios, and I'm not going to say anything else. I'm going to hand it over to the people that we have here. We have Dr. James Kropatnik from the Provincial Partnership Council. We have Brittany Nesseth, who was a co-op student here with myFM not too long ago, and of course we have General Manager of 105.7 myFM, Jeff Dergaw, in studio. We're going to turn it over to Dr. Kropatnik, and first of all, welcome this morning. Why are you here?
Well, thanks very much for the introduction and the very kind words.
One sec, I need you to talk a little bit closer because I'm not getting you in perfect. Yeah, you can just move that, whatever you're very comfortable. Now you can start over again.
Okay, thanks very much for the introduction and the very kind words. As you said, my name is Jim Kropatnik. I'm a molecular and cell biologist, and I direct the Cancer Research Laboratory program at the London Health Sciences Centre in London, Ontario. But that's not why I'm here. I'm here because I'm a volunteer member of the Provincial Partnership Council. And the Provincial Partnership Council is a voluntary advisory board that advises the Ministry of Education for the province of Ontario and the Ministry of Colleges and Training. And we try to give them particular advice about how we can keep highly talented kids in the school system for as long as possible and train them in the workforce. And that's why we're here today, because about 7 years ago, the employer awards were instituted by the Provincial Partnership Council, and those awards were put into place to recognize really outstanding people who've done wonderful work in creating experiential learning opportunities for high school students in the province of Ontario. It's very well known that those opportunities not only introduce kids to the workforce and give them very valuable experience, but it also raises their academic standing as well. It gives them a real reason for being in school, and that's something that's terribly important to them. So
how important is it to recognize people who help with that program?
Well, it's important in two ways. First of all, those who are doing it, we find over and over again, don't ask for the recognition. It's not something they really are looking for. They get wonderful rewards just from having those kids in their workforce. They're wonderfully energizing opportunities for them to work in their own workplaces. But we want to recognize them because we want to get as many kids as possible into experiential work experiences that we can possibly do. There's about 40,000 employers in the province of Ontario that do that, and that's great news. But there's opportunities for even more. As many as we can possibly get is really where we want to be. So recognizing myFM and the wonderful work that they've been doing in giving work experiences to high school students is something that's an example to the rest of the province. It's something that we love to get out there so people hear about what's actually happening and how wonderful it actually is.
All right, well, I'm going to step back. If you want to go ahead with the presentation, GM of myFM with Strathroy, Jeff Dergaw, is here to accept, so go ahead.
So Jeff, it's a wonderful opportunity for me to be here to, on behalf of the Provincial Partnership Council, to present a 2011 Employer Champion Award to 105.7 myFM. And since we're only on air, we're not on television, I have to describe this to you. This is a glass sculpture. It's a sculpture of an Inuksuk, which is an Inuit sculpture, and it defines something that looks like it's doing something in the shape of a human being. Now, I don't want to say that the students who are here are not already human beings. They certainly are, but it's a wonderful way for them to grow into fully fledged, full citizens of our country as wonderful human beings, and I think you're doing a great job in helping that happen, and myFM is doing a wonderful job in making it happen too. So on behalf of the Provincial Partnership Council, there you go, and I hope it goes into a pride place position in the studio here.
It definitely will. Thank you very much for this award. It's greatly appreciated, and it's going to sit here proudly right on our mantle here in the studio, so we appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks, Jeff, for all the wonderful work you do. And a really important part of the experiential learning is the students themselves. And we're pleased to really have here a co-op student, Brittany Nesseth. And Brittany, you're from the Strathroy District Collegiate Institute, and I hope you have a couple of things to say about your experience.
I do definitely. myFM just helped me to change in so many ways. I really don't think that I would be as interested in pursuing a career in the media without having had my cooperative education with the myFM team. I learned so much about myself as a researcher, a public speaker, and as a journalist. In only a few months, I'm going to be attending the University of Toronto, where I'll be studying humanities, and my co-op with myFM was definitely a key part of my success in being admitted into the university, because I already had a lot more experience in the media than a lot of other people get the chance to have in high school. I couldn't be happier that myFM is being recognized for all that they do for the community and for students interested in learning more about radio and all of the other great things that myFM is responsible for making happen.
Well, I got to step in here and say it was great to have Brittany here. We're going to miss the fact that she used to get us coffee every morning. No, I'm just kidding. But Brittany, your thoughts on, you know, the unformality of it, your response to the time you spend here with us and what you could take with you moving forward.
I mean, it made me a lot more confident in myself. And I'd always been sort of shy, and I definitely realized that it's a lot easier to get ahead when you have this experience, and it teaches you a lot about yourself and knowing that you can go ahead and feel comfortable enough to make a difference. So thank you so much for that.
Yeah, and congratulations and good luck moving forward. And Jeff, just quickly, your thoughts on the continuing cooperation that myFM is involved with this program. As you can see with Brittany, she's an example of good work moving forward.
Yeah, Brittany did an absolutely fabulous job at myFM while she was here as a co-op student, and definitely welcome back if there's another opportunity. But I'll give you some background on kind of the initiatives that we've taken through the co-op program. At one time, if there's any business owners listening, sometimes it can be tough when you accept a co-op student, and what does that person do every day? And you walk into the office and you're not quite sure what the tasks are going to be, and they're not quite sure what the tasks are going to be. So one of our goals at myFM was to structure that position. We put a job description together for that position. They report to somebody specific at the radio station, and in this case they are the exclusive high school reporter for the high school that they're from to myFM. They're responsible in getting stories on a weekly basis, the sports scores from the high school, student council reports, featuring anybody that's doing really great things at that school specifically, whether it's volunteering or a big educational achievement. And we're really looking forward to sharing those messages with the community, because let's face it, I mean, our local high schools, they are a very important part of the communities that we serve. And so we look at this opportunity now as something that we really embrace and we want to keep doing. And we want to make sure that we keep getting great students like Brittany who want to move forward in their career and get that experience to enter into the next step in their life.
Are we into a conclusion?
Sure, yes, we are.
Okay, are you going to say anything else, or
I'll
I'm going to thank
just
you
say-
for being here?
Yeah, I'll
Okay.
just say 30 seconds of just